All right, y'all, we got kind of a filler video today. As I said, I think in another one of the videos, I don't want to run through all my ideas too fast. I've been consistently adding to the list anytime I think of something, but I think it would be good to have some sort of series or something that's kind of like filler, and just so I don't get to a point where I have nothing really new to post on my channel. I want to keep it consistent with the uploads, but I don't want to actually run out of stuff to upload. So this video is basically just going to be me looking at some people's accounts, saying things I like, that I don't like, maybe giving some recommendations depending on the player's level. So if there's anyone that's interested in being in a future video, just leave your username and your team name down in the comments. I'll add you onto my list, and then maybe you'll be in the second, third, fourth video. We'll see how this video even does. And then, yeah, maybe this can be a series that I make, on like a bi-weekly basis or something, and I can just consistently keep uploading. So for our very first account that we're going to review, we've got Palestine from Astral Tigers. I know this isn't really relevant, but I gotta say I do like the profile picture that matches the team logo. I quite like that. It's funny because I actually did the exact same thing with mine. So first things first, I do see that you swap your multiplayer attack teams around. I always recommend people, if you can, to make a competent attack and defense team. One, it saves you time from swapping them around all the time. And two, when someone does a revenge attack on you, they actually attack the team that you had on defense when you attacked them. So they like half fixed the whole, I don't want to say exploit necessarily, but they fixed that whole thing that players have been doing. So I always recommend people to not do that in multiplayer. I gotta say, I am a fan of the team though. Stina is super underrated. I think the team looks pretty good overall. You could definitely get rid of one of those strength runes on Max, throw on another speed rune, and then do 3 speed on Jock. But otherwise, the runes look pretty good. Relics on Max are good. Jock definitely needs some better relics, and same with Stina. I would really recommend like a Torvax's mask, and then for an armor you could do something like Honor Dojo, or you could do like a Citizen's armor. If you were to go with Honor Dojo, you could totally throw on like a Fiery Forces mask, since you wouldn't actually need the stamina regen from Torvax's. But yeah, it could definitely work on the relics on your main multiplayer team. There is a decent chance that those are placeholders. I would recommend to people that if you're going to take the relics off monsters on your defense team for like maybe a war attack or something, temporarily change your defense team to monsters that will have relics on them. I do that all the time. If I'm going to use, say, that my Star Sailor sword that's sometimes on my charm on defense, I will take her off defense and replace her with a different monster, just so I can use that in my war defense, and then once the defense locks in and the war starts, then I can just re-equip the relic on her. You've got a good amount of ancestors on your profile. You don't seem to have a problem maxing them out. So honestly, I would say once you get probably Florian, Akira, maybe we'll see how the new Honor Dojo ancestor is. I would say it's worth investing in Adelaide. You don't really have a problem getting them to rank 5. You seem like you've been powering Stina and Max, so I would definitely focus on Adelaide in the near future. I would leave Justin off to the side and focus on Akira, Florian, maybe to 130-ish. Then you can just power Adelaide to rank 5 if you think you can do it fast enough. I do see some really great mythics here too. Charm is awesome. Jock is awesome. Zeet's really good. Register, Detect Kid, Oni Bolt. There's some really great mythics here. So it's not just ancestors. You've overall got a good selection of monsters just on your profile alone. Taking a look at your islands, they look pretty good so far. I see you've still got quite a ways to go as far as getting all the islands, so there's a lot of room for improvement, and that'll just kind of build up over time. I really like this like shrine for charm. I've never seen anything like that before. I think that's hilarious. And then I think having your hatchery, breeding trees, all that stuff, all on this one little island also looks very good. I do see a lot of good mythics too. So you've got Barbados Rex. So you either have Demonic Pact or can get it. So I would really recommend picking up Galvanus soon so you can throw that on him. You've got Great Cthulhu, who's a really great horn holder. So if you can pick up Kiradar, that could be pretty useful for wars. Immense is really awesome in wars. Superfume and Thalassa are great in the bounty hunt. I see you've got Krishmet, Pyfolius, Hansetto, Rapanstina, Gardenion. Those are all really good monsters too. Chop Orc, Schoolbug, Heat Spike. You've actually got a lot of really good mythics here. So yeah, I would say all the ones I mentioned, the ones I mentioned on your profile as well, they're all worth investing in, at least just for wars. Overall, I'd say you've got a really great account. I could see a lot of potential here. You've got some good progress, really good monsters. Like the ratio of good to bad monsters is really good on this account, honestly. A lot of accounts will have like a good amount of good monsters, but they'll just be flooded with super garbage monsters. This is pretty even split between at least usable monsters and unusable monsters, which I really like. Next up, we've got BX from the team Live by Fire. So I really like the team composition here, and I really like your rune setups overall. I would really recommend that you go 1 strength and 2 speed on Justin. The others are pretty good. Adam probably only needs 1 life. You could even go 3 team speed since he'll probably get one shot by a lot of monsters anyways. The 3 speed on Pulsebane's good, 3 speed on Primarion, 3 team speed on Xandrite. And then Charm, I actually kind of like to run her with this same rune setup, but it's for like a very specific reason. For most people, I would just recommend 1 strength and 2 speed. I can go into that in another video if someone's actually interested, or in the comments. I have this really weird setup that I run. But yeah, overall the account looks pretty good so far. I would definitely recommend picking up Akira and Florian. I think they're 2 of the 3 best ancestors in the game, and they need very, very little investment. Adelaide is up there in the top 3 in my opinion, and he needs full investment. He's useless before rank 5. So I would definitely try and pick up both Akira and Florian. They're going to help you immensely. Moving on to your islands, I don't have too much to say here. It looks like you've got all the free-to-play available islands. Looks pretty good. I would recommend organizing it a little bit more by a monster's element, but overall not too much to say here. Looks like you've got a good amount of mythics available for wars. For ones that I would recommend investing in, I would say Adam is definitely worth it for the Blossom era. Same thing as the other account. If you can get your hands on Kiradar's Horn, both Cthulhu and Psychaos are pretty solid monsters. I'd say they're definitely worth investing in if you don't have a monster like Lamuna. Ion V2 is pretty decent for the bounty hunt. Fatal Herald, I'm going to make a video on him at some point. I think he's super interesting. I probably wouldn't recommend investing in him, but I personally really like him. Oh, we've got Golb down here, so yeah, definitely invest in Golbzard for wars. Really awesome monster. Shield Bolt and Superfume, they're really great for superhero restricts. Superfume's great in the bounty hunt. Immense is great for adventurers. Waveblaze is a pretty solid monster in Seabook. Dr. Bloom is like one of the only usable villain monsters right now. I really like Osiris. I think he's a very interesting monster. Krishmet, Pyfolius, Hanzetto, Rapanstina, Gardenion, Chop Orc, Heat Spike, Schoolbug, Domain. Charm Constrictor is great, of course. Pulsebane. I'd say Presentis is pretty good for Winter Book Wars. King Wander is also pretty decent for Adventurers Book Wars. A Sparrow Flame, Lightning Star can be alright. Storm can be decent. Oni Bowl, Detect Kid, Darkopus. There's a really good selection of monsters here. I see you just don't have a lot of them ranked up. I would try and get a few more of them to like a usable level, like maybe try and get some more of them to around 130 just so you can actually use them for wars. Just check which books you are actually in need of a monster for, and then kind of power the best one you've got for that book. Overall, the account looks really good. I would say the main things for me is just work on getting some higher level runes and just work on ranking up some more monsters for wars so you have at least 1 or 2 good monsters for each book, just in case you guys kind of get screwed for restrictions. And for the last account of the day, we've got Starlit Caverns from the Sewer Rats. Awesome team name, by the way. So this is quite a low level account. I only see 3 mythics on this account. So the team composition, there's not really a lot to work with. My recommendation for you would be to, as long as your beginner maze thing is over, I believe it's like first month, be very active in the bounty hunt. Try to pick up as many new mythics as possible. I usually make a post on the Monster Legends subreddit the first day or two of the bounty hunt, detailing the best monsters to go for and in what order. I can try and make a video or a post on YouTube as well, just for people that don't actually have Reddit or use Reddit, and then kind of just detail which monsters are actually worth going for. So just for the time being, runes wise for your monsters, I would do Joltine with 3 team speed. I would do Flameguard with 1 life and 2 team speed. And then I would do Bayworker Hulk with probably 2 strength and 1 speed, or 1 strength and 2 speed. Unfortunately, you don't have a denier. Joltine is just kind of this weird supporter. And then Flameguard is a tank. So what I would do personally is try and get your Bayworker Hulk to be the first monster that goes in battle, and you can hopefully one-shot the biggest threat. But this is really a temporary team for you. Like I said, the bounty hunt is right around the corner, so I wouldn't invest too heavily in any of these monsters. None of them are really worth investing in or putting any decent runes onto. Moving on to your islands, they look pretty good for now. I would really recommend building some mythic habitats just in anticipation of the bounty hunt, because trust me, you will need them. You will get at least like 2 or 3 mythics if you're just active, just hunting for bags. And if I was to recommend an ancestor for you to get first, I would really recommend Akira. You are missing a denier right now, but I'm hopeful that there could be at least a denier in the bounty hunt, or you'll get one from the Conjuring at one point. Akira, in my opinion, is the best first ancestor. I believe he will carry new players harder than any other ancestor will in mid to low leagues. And that's going to be it for the first account review video. Like I said, I will try and push these videos out somewhat consistently. If there's anyone that hasn't asked me to do their account yet, please just leave your team name and your account name in the comments. I will definitely put you on the list. For anyone who's already put it down, I do have you on the list, and your guys' account reviews will hopefully be coming very soon. So thank you to anyone who's watched all the way through the video. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you guys in the next one.